Hello and welcome to Lhis. In this video, I will be sharing with you how to deal with the pain and the tragedy of loss. This channel was created to keep us motivated and inspired in the accomplishment of our dreams. And so, if you are inspired or learned anything, please remember to subscribe to my channel for more. Click like and subscribe, as this help me to get across the message to all of those who need to keep their drive alive. I am also in an open environment, so just pardon me for the noise barriers that you will hear. And so I want to share with us how to deal with the pain and the tragedy of loss. Let us all be realistic. Losing something, losing someone, it's just a part of life. I have lost things, I have lost persons, and so do you. And if you haven't, then you will, because it is just a part of the scheme of life. And so anything that is inevitable in our lives, we should yearn to prepare for it, that when these things comes, they don't catch us unaware. Because when we are unprepared for something, when it hits us, it's a possibility that we may never recover. And so once something is inevitable in our lives, let us prepare for it. Losing something, losing someone, it is inevitable. I accept it, and if you haven't accepted it yet, I believe that you should. You know, what do we do in these times? What we do? We cope. For example, or when that time comes when we should lose a loved one. It could be a spouse, it could be a brother, a father, a sister, a mother, grandparents, especially those who are dear to you and you are emotionally tied to this person or to these persons. How do we cope? You know, when someone dies in this time, naturally we are gonna cry, or most people cry, and they tend to spread the news abroad in that same emotion. And when we spread the news of loss, the news of death across in that same emotion, it also increases that emotion in us, and it pass the same emotion on to the next person. And so understanding that losing someone, it is inevitable. It's for us to understand that, all right, how am I going to deal with this? Yes, I'm going to cry, because there's a time and a place for everything. Understanding how to deal with these situations, then we will not be held in the position where we carry on hurts, where we carry on guilt into our future. And so I want to take us back to the Bible. If many of us read the Bible, it said when someone dies, we should rejoice. But when someone is born into the world, then we should mourn. Simply because when someone dies, their journey comes to an end where they will experience sorrow, where they will experience pain, where they will experience all the things that we are experiencing when we are alive. And when someone born, they are now coming into a world that they will experience so many things that will either build them or break them. And so when someone dies, we want to know that, okay, for example, it's my mother. This is my mother's time to go. She has run her course. She has done what she could do. And her lifespan now has come to an end. And so I am appreciative of the life that she lived. I am appreciative of what she offered to me and those that are around her. And so when we have lost something, one of the best way how to deal with it is to be thankful. Yeah? Be thankful for what you've gained from what was lost. Be appreciative of what was offered to you. Because everyone that has entered our lives has offered something to us. And this is why we want to be positive in every circumstance. We want to have an open mind in everything. Once we have an open mind and we look for the opportunities to learn to make our lives better, then we will see the value and the substance of everyone that is around us. It doesn't matter who it is, be it rich, poor, be it small or great, even the very insane man. There is something that they have to offer. And when we learn to take the value to take the value that is offered to us, then when people has passed away, in us there will be a level of fulfillment. We will cry. There is no two ways about that, because we are emotional beings. But did you make use of that person? And if you haven't, just understand that the time has now come for this individual to go, for this thing to go. And so I must move on. I must move on. So be thankful is one of the key to deal with the pain of loss. And there is something else for us to understand, that something must die for something to live. So the losing of someone could be that now an opportunity is coming for you to be the greatest you. And so we have to look at death in the right frame of mind. When someone is going, understand that, okay, now this person will stop facing all the pain. This person will stop facing all the horrors. This person will stop facing all the grief that comes with this life. And so in my heart, I am thankful. I am appreciative. And for us who are alive, it is very important for us to know that when we are alive, let us offer ourselves to the best way we can. That when we have gone, our legacy will pass on. And so when someone dies, we want to meditate a lot. Think of the possible opportunities that could come through the loss of this experience, through the experience of this loss. Let us not be bombarded when we have lost someone, when someone dies, because death is inevitable to all of us. One day is gonna come when you are gonna go. One day is gonna come when I am gonna go. And when we live with this awareness, living with this awareness, we will offer ourselves to the best way that we can. So number one, be thankful. Number two, Look at the opportunities that will now come through this loss. Death is inevitable. Let us not see it as a bad thing. Let us not, number one, be thankful. Number two, look at the opportunities that can come through the pain of this loss. Number three, let us not blame anyone. Some people, they blame doctors. They if someone die by the gun, they say, okay, that person had bad mind, this individual, because this person is making some money, or whatever the case may be. Let us not blame anyone. In everyone's life, we have a time span. To every beginning, there is an end. And so when I go, I had a beginning, and so I have come to an end. And that is why it's also important for us to increase of our own kind. You know, whether through our values, instill our values in others. Let's ensure that we have children through marriage. You know, so we have a legacy to pass on. Our name is still there when we are gone. So if you want more ways on how to deal with the tragedy and the pain of loss, and if you want more life-building experiences, please remember to subscribe to my channel for more.